Thank you to Huel for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit. Citizens of the Reject Nation, my God, the day has finally come where Andrew and I get to react to Marvel's Thunderbolts. AKA the one thing that got spoiled for us is
that's the only thing, actually.
Only thing. I still don't know the post-credit scene, and I am so happy about that. I haven't gotten jack on spoilers, and I'm thrilled. Thank you guys for protecting us in the comments. As usual, before we go into giving our honest thoughts and feelings during the reaction, it's important that we are honest with our thoughts and feelings beforehand. So, Andrew, how are you feeling?
I'm doing good, but Greg, am I wearing the right shirt, first of all?
I think you are. Here, this is a good sign.
Cool. I got my nipple chill shirts on because I had my Marvel shirts over there too. But I'm good. Had a long day so far filming, and I already mentioned this on the film I reacted to, but I was on my way here. I was about an exit away, and I got a windshield crack on the way over here. So, but you know what? I've been looking at life through a lens of having the proper attitude. So I'm gonna stay positive right now in this moment. I've been looking forward to this movie for a while now, so I'm excited. I cannot wait. So, Greg, how are you doing?
Say how long that proper attitude lasts.
Yeah,
right. For you
when I see the price of how much it's going to cost to repair it, that attitude's going to go away very fast.
This joke. I'm good, man. I'm actually really good. You know, I'm very excited for this. You know, I like you. I did all the homework. I rewatched Falcon and Winter Soldier, Black Widow, both that I enjoyed so much more on a rewatch. My God, and people have said nothing but good things about this to me. But hey, who knows? We might walk out not actually liking it, but let's find out. So before we go into action, I want to thank our Royal Rejects. Those are our patrons. You guys have been supporting us during weird times on YouTube. We are more than likely not the only YouTubers you've heard talk about it, but the monetization policies are kind of all over the place right now with this platform. So thank you guys for keeping us afloat over there. You get the full-length reaction watch along where you get sync it with your own copy. We have purchased this off Amazon Prime. You can purchase it on VOD now. And also our righteous rejects. Those are those who buy the apparel from the RR Nation. And you guys shirts like the nipple chills, this Richards Road Fantastic Four tee, and we got a whole bunch of other tees over there. Anything you purchase, great way to support the cast and crew over here. Andrew, I am so excited to go into it. I'm excited to see what our patrons have to ask us. We put out patron cues that we answer after the movie. All right, guys, let's do it.
I'm loving it so far.
Oh, it's animated.
Yeah.
It's comics.
That's cool. Yeah, it feels like a real panel.
That's actually honoring the comics.
Yeah.
I think I saw Sentry there. I think I've seen a lot of Sentry here. Oh.
Whoa.
The void casting over it.
Yeah, the darkness. That was very, very inventive.
There's something wrong with me. An emptiness.
Like Dexter.
I thought it started when my sister died, but now it feels like something bigger.
There'd be something wrong with me if I was standing up there.
Void.
Wow.
Damn. All right, so we are dealing with some real...
Whoa!
Oh, okay.
Just pulled the Tom Cruise.
Yeah, right? Dealing with some heavy themes right away.
I remember being so young and saying empty as the emotion as my natural state.
They send me a job, I clock in, clock out, you know?
Hallway fight.
Yeah.
I'm in the cleanup business.
Oh, stay there.
I thought throwing myself into work was the answer.
Going more into the shadows as she's fighting.
I'm not focused, and I'm not happy, and I don't have purpose. And without purpose, I'm just drifting like a river.
This narration's really deep.
Or like an old leaf. Or like an old leaf in a river. Which you think is better? Hey!
Totally is.
It's like your mind is somewhere else. Well, whatever. You're useless to me unless you can get me past that facial recognition thingy.
That's cool. Like, the void is like her emotional state, but it's also going to be reflective of the villainy that will come into play.
Hello. Can you help me get in there?
A literal guinea pig.
No? You've got your own problems, I guess.
This reminds me of when Melena's talking to the hogs or the pigs.
This research is property of Ox Group. You're gonna tell me how I don't understand.
We made
And
a
how
real
you made a real breakthrough. And that's going to change the world.
No, it could end the world.
I wouldn't do that. Always a struggle for a gun.
A true scientist always comes prepared with a second one.
Tell Valentina she's making a mistake.
You guys can never aim for shit.
Project Sentry isn't what
But
she
you start
thinks.
to fall asleep.
Can you
I
still,
needed that face.
you can still sort of pick him up, right? Use the eyeball.
Assignment is... Oh, wait, hang on.
Oh, we're gonna get some explosion, huh?
Assignment is complete.
It's so unfazed.
What's next?
Oh, she took the guinea pigs. So cute.
That's her save the cat moment, people.
I understood that reference. Good book.
Any words on today's hearing?
The rumors of wrongdoing are very worrying. They are very, very concerning, and
I love his tone.
we're going to get to the bottom of this
He's doing solid talking points.
worrying issue.
You can quote that.
Articles of impeachment have been brought against her. And when we vote in favor of the impeachment, she will be removed from her post permanently.
Love this actor. He's playing Perry White.
Valentina Allegra de Fontaine.
I've been watching Veep lately, so this is pretty crazy to me.
Miss Fontaine,
No, it's de Fontaine. Mr. Anderson, for example, is Secretary of Defense, not Secretary of Fence.
She knows how to win a crowd over.
you are serving as the director of the CIA, correct?
That is correct.
And before that, you were the chairwoman of the board of Ox Group.
Already knows the kind of questions she's gonna get.
The Ox Group maintains significant holdings in unregulated labs in foreign countries, rumored human experimentation. All part of an illegal operation to develop your own super person.
Right now, there are multiple rogue nations with technologies that far exceed our own.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Our last president turned into a bright red superhuman monster who nearly destroyed this city.
It's a good thing we reacted to that.
Yes, I wouldn't have understood that.
We have no reliable heroes. That is why the onus is on me, on us, the American government, to shield its citizens.
Emphasis on the shield.
Anything I have done in my roles, both at Ox or at the CIA, has been done with that goal in mind.
Very symbolic how she's turned her back on them too to talk to the crowd.
This is a partisan waste of time, and your hunt will come up empty.
It's a witch hunt.
So you don't mind if this committee continues this investigation?
Oh, of course not.
Go right ahead.
Let's get rid of any hanging chads that could get me impeached.
Hanging Chad.
Did all those loose ends get tied up?
Well, the ends are tied, yes, but the rope is on fire.
What?
I love the subtlety in the dialogue.
Did the new assignments get sent out?
Yes, ma'am. All but one have checked in.
Where is she?
She's gonna pay Daddy a visit.
Hey,
Wow,
it's
look at this Red Guardian footage.
Guardian.
Get out of my way.
This guy is just so caught in the past. He's like Al Bundy from Married with Children.
Your subordinates will be reported to DoorDash HQ.
Alexi, it's me. Open up.
Open up, deep sheet.
Cinematography is on a much like a darker tint than I expected. Ugh. Oh my man. I know you got superpowers, but come on, man.
Protecting you from boring evening.
It definitely will keep you entertained.
So good to see you.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry for the wait. I was on an important call. Highly classified.
I feel like Florence Pugh communicates so much in those eyes.
You've been busy with work?
A lot of work.
Me too.
Too many irons in fire.
This guy's always posturing.
So you feel fulfilled?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so full. So few.
Sure.
Better than Captain America.
I wanted to talk to you about Valentina.
New assignment. You come to Red Guardian. You want a little help.
She's gonna recruit her own dad?
I think I'm gonna quit.
I would burn the city to the ground to work for her.
What? You just said you were fulfilled.
Lena, I was lying. Look around you. I'm miserable. Give me her number. I call her. I
Lexi, stop.
Lena.
She alternates between Dad and Lexi.
I've just been wondering, like, what is the point in any of this?
The point of work is fame and fortune.
How is that fulfilling?
Saving civilians in the streets, being cheered on by the crowd, adored like a god. There is no higher calling. Your sister understood something about that.
Validation.
Perhaps it is time that you followed in her path.
Aw, dude, you gotta face your feelings.
Why do you have this photo out?
Look at that avoidance.
We were so bad.
You were happy. Make yourself better.
I mean, yeah, imagine that emptiness formed at a very young age.
After this, though, I need a change.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe something more public-facing.
Oh, maybe if she could be seen as a hero, she might be feeling like worthy of something.
Okay, well, you know I love promoting women.
You complete this last assignment for Ox, and you have a deal.
Okay.
Looks like the setup that they used for S.H.I.E.L.D. in Avengers was probably a different one. Reminded me visually.
There's a warehouse facility, a vault, built a mile down into a mountain. It stores all of Ox Group's most sensitive assets.
Oh, boy.
Intel's come in that a rogue operative with attributes perfectly tailored to rob me is intending to...
Oh, is that who I think it is?
Looks like Ghost from afar. Yep.
Once you assess what's being stolen, you have the go-ahead to terminate on site.
She's gonna make her a ghost for real.
It's simple, really. It's just one little target. And you're done.
Hey, right, we get so much more depth in her body language and her emoting in this film. It's been a while since I saw Ant-Man and the Wasp, but for some reason I thought she wasn't able to phase through anymore. Maybe she can control it now.
Giant vault of secrets here. Please do not release. Another void, another shadow.
Seems to be the theme and pattern.
Whoa.
Oh, nice, Mr. Walker. Dude, this choreography is taking me back to Winter Soldier a little bit.
You're not even my target.
You're mine.
What? No. Oh.
Man, it's like the Prisoner of Azkaban scene. Just one character entering after another.
Antonia.
Oh. Let's see how long she lasts.
Everyone's here for everyone else?
Yeah, they're all sent to take out each other.
Now what?
Oh, get over yourself.
Cool.
Nicely done. That was great effects there. Shit.
Ooh.
What a great way to establish their power sets up front.
I was gonna say the only one Antonio couldn't mimic is probably Ghost.
Damn, great practical effects.
Whoa, cool. Nice.
So great pattern.
Whoa, he bounced it. That was awesome.
That was a really cool moment. Damn.
Oh!
Is that the fucking end of her?
I think so. It didn't look like she survived that.
The theory was that she died in this movie, but I did not.
I didn't watch one trailer, but I kept on seeing people comment that she's not in any trailers.
Yeah, exactly. That's why.
Is she actually dead? Oh.
Oh, he's the audience.
Yeah, I was going to say that's like the sentiment. All right. Tryouts are officially over.
Hi. Hey. I'm Bob.
Isn't that his name also in Top Gun Maverick? Right? Bob?
I don't remember.
We struggle, but then we get back up.
Oh,
I love it. Yeah.
That's inspiring.
He was also in Suits.
I'm so happy that you're here.
Yes, this is a beautiful fake event, Val.
Without proof, this impeachment thing is running on borrowed time.
Excuse me. Turn around.
Take a photo.
Oh.
Smile for the cams.
Great chemistry between you two of your hatred of one another.
You know, Kierkegaard says that life can only be understood backwards.
Benjamin Button definitely understood that.
Very true.
Is it?
I don't know, actually.
Did sound good, though.
He did believe that it was up to individuals to create values.
I mean, if you look into the past, you can understand how we got to the present, though.
You know, I didn't have a choice who I worked for, but you do.
Ah.
Oh, what is this?
It's my business card.
Oh.
In case you need some help or, you know, you want to share some secret hidden evidence.
Okay.
That might come back.
I don't know. Mel seems loyal.
Who sent you, Bob?
Nobody. Why would I be sent? You were all sent?
He's clearly a patient here.
So you're keeping an eye on her, huh? That's a halfway decent cover for somebody stealing assets from Ox.
I'm not stealing, she's stealing.
Come on, guys. Pick up on the setup.
Okay.
Always love her adaptability.
We are the evidence, and this is the shredder. She wants us gone.
Your theory's flawed.
Oh, please, go on.
Okay.
The infamous Ghost, a S.H.I.E.L.D. reject. The dead one over there, she destroyed half of Budapest.
Don't talk about it like
And
that.
you, former Red Room assassin, God only knows the blood on your hands.
I'm actually pretty bummed they killed off Taskmaster.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'll have you know I was actually the official Captain America, so...
Yeah, for like 2 seconds. Before you publicly murdered an innocent man on the streets. Do I have that right?
Hey, he took out Lamar.
I'm a decorated combat veteran, okay? I have a loving wife and a son. Let's be honest, you guys are just cheap mercenaries, okay? So I clearly am supposed to bring you in.
That was funny. Thank you. We needed that.
This guy's always being laughed at.
Valentina gave me a clean slate guarantee, and I'm not screwing that up.
The clean slate protocol?
How'd you get in?
I don't remember.
Come on, you guys must be aware of the experiments.
Tie yourselves up.
Wow.
Oh, you guys hear that?
Yeah, they do. The pain. You guys are just evidence for Valentina.
The best chance to get Val out of power is to whip the votes. And you can help with that. And then let the system do its job.
Need evidence, though.
Can't trust the goddamn system.
My team is putting together a juicy packet for the next hearing.
Packet.
Yes, Bucky. Read the packets.
Dude, Gary, read the rooms. Valentina can outsmart all this.
Torch it all. Are you sure?
Oh my God.
This is crazy. I'm on season 3 of Veep. This is her role from Veep in so many ways.
We're in the red room again.
Red is never a good sign.
It's an incinerator. 2 minutes. Then Valentina's slate is wiped clean.
We don't know that for sure. Could be for anything. Could be for when they come to pick me up.
Stop being a dumbass, Walker.
Do you feel that? The temperature rising dramatically as if heat was involved?
Okay, it's an incinerator.
We need to get you through the walls so that you can open the door.
She tried that already.
I know she did, but we haven't tried shutting down the sound barrier.
If they built it just for her, there's got to be an independent power source.
There you go. Oh, my God.
Let's go. Let's work as a team.
Teamwork coming together, baby.
What exactly are we looking for?
We're looking for not stupid questions, Bob.
Whoa.
I think I found it.
He's put it together.
Okay, I can override this.
On your left.
On your left.
Oh, that works. I hope.
Go, 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 go.
Is she gonna leave them, or is this the end of them here?
You think she's coming back?
I should have seen this coming.
Didn't see that coming.
The tension.
This, the acceptance of death. She has a death wish, man.
It was also acceptance, but also I'm gonna see Natasha now too.
Yelena!
Love the cinematography on this one. It does not look like a typical MCU film. There's actual like contrast and shadows. It's
Куда ты так далеко ушла? Аня, я здесь.
No.
Oh, is this Bob's doing?
Прости меня.
That does look like a young Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, it really does actually.
Ugh.
Молодец, Елена. Ты сдала свой первый экзамен.
It is.
Yeah, good call. This is what, telepathy?
I mean, he can channel one's void.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Typical line of anyone who is not fine.
Didn't think you'd come back, thanks.
Had to. Someone cut the power to the elevator.
Loving the interactions between the team so far.
It's your guests. They've somehow evaded the housewarming gift.
Clever words.
And, is it possible that they've maybe, joined forces against you?
These are defective losers.
Dude.
Let's not be so judgmental here.
I cannot think of a worse group of people trying to work together.
It's just that,
What?
they're, working together.
What?
You underestimated the wrong crew.
Who the hell's this guy?
I need an ID on John Doe. I want the full strike team mobilized. We need to end this now. Okay.
You doesn't know Bob? Everyone knows Bob.
It's Mel. Ready for coordinates? 40.
Limo service?
Hey, good call. And he was so drawn to Valentina as well.
I think he's just a civilian.
If he's a civilian, he knows too much. If he's an agent, he sucks. Either way, I say we throw him back into the fire.
Sorry. You said you're Captain America?
Why are you laughing?
What?
Just because you're an asshole.
Oh.
I'm going to deconstruct you, sir.
Uh-oh.
Hey, whoa, okay.
Whoa, look into his eyes. Holy shit.
Bob, come with me. Are you hurt?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Right away, she's taking control as the leader.
Yeah, well, we've only just met. This is how I am.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a
You're
good
talking to yourself?
mirroring of them. They both use humor to block their pain.
I think everyone's better off if I just stay put.
Damn. Oh, you got to see yourself in him.
Understand, we all feel like shit sometimes. And loneliness, I get that. I get it. And that darkness gets pretty enticing.
Yeah, she sees a lot of his pain in him.
And then it starts to feel a little bit like
a void.
That's what you said in the beginning.
What do you do about it?
you shove it way down. You just
That's
push
how you
it.
Yeah. You push it down, it'll eventually just come back out, buddy.
That's really good advice.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You guys done with therapy yet? I think I found a way out.
In fact, they need therapy.
Stupid packets.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
dude.
Damn. God, boring.
Someone using that business card?
Hello?
Hi, this is, Mel.
Oh, your guesses were great, man.
Yeah, every once in a while.
I know that you're new to DC, and I wanted to, network.
Network.
She's calling from the bathroom.
How are you feeling about your new job?
Oh, it's, great.
That's awesome.
Avengers are gone. No one else is coming to save the day.
Maybe we could be the people that are coming.
Dr. Doom will unite us all.
You can track my phone, right?
Yes, I can, but I don't do that anymore.
Thank you, Congressman. Have a great night.
That's pretty crazy how much of a reformation they've allowed Bucky to go on. Like, even the government's letting him work here after everything he's done. It's pretty nuts.
Worked for the government in a nefarious way. Now he's working for the government to help, for the greater good. Is he coming back down? Ow!
You should try that again.
They're all happy about it.
He can do this all day.
Walk up through the walls or whatever and then just throw us a rope down.
I've never been able to hold it longer than a minute, so I'd just get lost in an ocean of dirt and then I'd be crushed to death.
Oh my God, we suck.
Come on, Bob, get to it.
I have an idea.
Right.
Oh, that's actually really smart.
Which one of you is wet?
I run hot, sorry.
Someone's got a weird, hard butt.
That's not my butt, it's my suit.
This is so fun.
And you do not want to start the whole sub-story game. I win. Enslaved child assassin over here.
No, you were just a kid, so.
You were just a kid.
I think it might be nice to know that you didn't really know any better.
Thanks, I feel way better.
No, dude, Walker, you have such a lack of empathy, man.
You know, Ava's in both these films, Ant-Man and the Wasp and this, with both Perry Whites, Lawrence Fishburne and this Perry White.
Robert Reynolds entered the pretrial program in Malaysia, and he'd had a real rough go before that.
One of the test subjects.
Ryan Reynolds.
If he survived the procedure, that means...
Yeah, it might actually work.
Oh my God.
I like how they're not trying to be like clever about it. They're just building him up naturally. You know, they're not trying to be like he's Sentry. You know, like they're letting the audience in on it.
Hey, I think I see the door.
Yeah. Okay.
I can only imagine how long this took them to even get this high because we saw how high Walker jumped, came back down. Must be so tired with their legs and their glutes.
I guess one of us should go first, and then the other three immediately fall.
Yeah.
Didn't really think this far ahead.
Genius plan, Bobby.
Always making things worse.
God, that negative self-talk he has.
I can latch us on.
I'm not spinning us around. Okay, just somebody's got to go first.
Cucumber. What the hell is happening?
I have to sneeze, but if I sneeze, then I'm gonna lose control. Oh no!
I'd be so terrified right now.
Cucumber.
Cucumber.
Okay, just give me this. I got it.
Oh!
Nice catch. You're a real Batman. There it is.
Yeah, she just couldn't let him go, could she?
You gonna make it, Bobby?
So entitled.
Looks like you might have missed arm, leg, and chest day.
They've definitely made Walker way more comical than the show.
Oh. This
and
is interesting.
Right when I said that.
Are you watching him?
What?
Big-
I'm doing
big
it.
fears.
I'm watching him.
Just waiting for the next mission? Or follow the hero.
You're in your phone.
You don't like the way that I do it, then you can do it yourself, okay?
Seeing this linkage between all four of them, they all feel like their best days are behind them, and they all feel like total failures.
What the hell are you doing?
And their personalities are all facades.
I'm fine.
There it is. That's so classic. In life, when people say, I'm fine, usually it doesn't mean that.
Are they at that part? Okay, for a second I thought they were at the bottom floor of that Avengers party.
But it's like interesting how Robert is someone who is like, he's the void, but he has so much sadness himself.
Why should you be in charge? You almost killed all of us right there.
I've been in the trenches of every war-torn country on this planet, rescued God knows how many hostages, and shook the hands of 2 U.S. presidents.
It doesn't mean you're still qualified to be in charge.
Oh, high school state football champs, back to back to back.
Oh, but never mind. I take it back.
When I was 5, I was in a Pee Wee soccer team called the West Chesapeake Valley Thunderbolts.
Valley Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts.
Anyone else have any pointless childhood stories to tell?
I love Yelena. She's so good.
Meth addicted, sign, twirling, chicken. It's a summer job.
Wow.
We set off an explosion to bring them in.
I don't know, too many variables with an explosion.
They turn on their night vision. You handle the first wave, but you wait for me after I blinded the remaining troop.
Look at her becoming a leader.
Ava, you find an escape vehicle.
Guys, god damn it.
It's okay. We got to build up to the camaraderie and teamwork.
You stay behind me, Bob. Let's do this.
You guys have no idea that Bob is your secret weapon.
It's going to be non-lethal protocol.
Non-lethal?
Oh,
No one told me this was
actor.
non-lethal.
Well, I'm telling you now, Holt.
John and I just watched him in Devil's Advocate.
I spent a lot of time planning for lethal.
There's somebody inside there. I don't
Spent
want
a
to
lot
catch
of
any
time
strays.
planning for lethal. Oh, shit.
1 minute, these all go back on.
Maybe I should have a gun?
No, I don't think so.
You are the gun.
Oh, the medical trial was supposed to make me better. I don't know. I feel like maybe I could help.
I thought you said that you didn't know anything about it.
No, not much. I just remember they said it was for people who wanted to make something better of themselves.
Oh, buddy.
It's a manipulation program.
Can I?
No, not really.
Love how honest and direct she is.
I've always had these episodes since I was a kid. There's a high, and there's a big low, and then my memory just goes blank.
What he just said about the high and low and the blank, I really feel that line.
Follow me.
Oh, I hate to say it, but I think Walter was right on this one.
His name is Walker, Bob.
Walter.
Turn on the lights, Yelena. I gotta do everything myself.
That's what you got to learn. You don't have to do everything yourself.
Next team up. Get in there.
I mean, I'm seeing how Bob is a reflection of all of them in some way.
Every man for himself, right?
Like what he was just speaking about, that high and low and the flooding, how that, and you saw that with Walker. He got flooded.
Stay here. I'll be back. Whoa!
Nice split kick.
I can help. Stay behind me.
Nice. You're right. It is their Terminator 2 scene.
She's got to cap him in the legs now.
Oh, wait, I can help.
Oh, shit.
Take this. Yeah.
How do I use it?
You point and shoot.
Sorry.
Did he shoot? I think he shot him in the leg.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Not at me.
No.
Keep doing.
Hey, John, stop!
Where were you?
Who are you?
The explosion fried the
I
wires.
told you, too many variables. I knew it.
And then you didn't wait.
Uh-oh.
We probably got about 60 seconds until they mobilized. And if Ghost Lady actually did what she was supposed to, maybe we'll all get out of here alive.
I don't really want to be carried anymore. Shut up, Bob.
Blend.
Oh, this is smart. So smart.
We need a truck.
Where's Ava?
She's gone. Of course she's gone.
Or she's right there.
Now what?
Oh, there's a ghost. That's-
Get in. You gonna be okay back here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
The cleverness of that escape took me back to Winter Soldier with Natasha and Steve in the mall. Love it.
Oh, shit. All right, just let me do the talking.
Uh-oh.
You're so smug.
We're
dude.
so not the soldiers you are looking for.
Identify yourself, soldiers.
Part of the medical team.
Medical base set up north side.
We were headed off base.
No one leaves the premises until mission is completed. Identify yourself.
No.
Oh, wow, masterful.
Remove your helmets and identify yourself. Now, soldiers.
You are messing with the wrong.
What? Okay.
Lexi?
Could be. Oh, maybe it's Bob?
Oh, my man.
Yeah, he saw that they were about to be caught.
Oh no, Bob helped.
Oh, no, Bob helped.
Open fire! End this now! I want him toes up!
Wow.
What the hell are you doing? Ceasefire! Ceasefire!
Damn, he's willing to sacrifice himself like that.
Yeah.
He's not even aware what he's capable of.
Right.
Come on, let's go. That's why he did it.
I hope he doesn't feel like they abandoned him.
You should have stuck around. You're all about to witness something sweet.
Yes.
What the?
Damn, you got an amazing
Marvel
shape.
body.
Whoa. Those eyes. Whoa.
Oh, the gold illumination.
Whoa! Later.
Wow.
That's a great reaction.
Wow. There's actually like a sense of wonder behind it.
Oh, they did see it. I like how he's not in control yet of his flight. Oh, till I said that. Dude, look at the darkness that shrouds him, too. So symbolizing.
It's crazy. This guy's been tapped to red X-Men. That scene reminded me of like the Magneto moment with all the cops.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. Uh-oh.
Oh, he's just free falling. Catch him.
No.
Oh, shit.
I think Walker's like, I shouldn't have messed with him. Oh my God.
Oh, she knows the project that she's got on her hands.
She did that to him.
She turned into a Tomahawk cruise missile. You were right. She definitely wants us dead.
Used the word cruise because he was in the movie with Tom Cruise.
She's found it.
Power of 1,000 exploding suns. Golden guardian of good.
Sentry. Very shiny. There was a rumor Ox was on the verge of some kind of big breakthrough. Whatever it was way too extreme. Test subjects were dying. And then the government looked into it. Val shut it down. She put me on cleanup duty.
That's creative.
That woman back there you knew her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. She had a tough life. She killed a lot of people and then she got killed.
Psycho.
It's a shit life.
Well, what other life can we have?
Right.
I'm gonna need a new team of scientists, and I want them there when we arrive.
DC?
No, the new place.
The tower.
We stopped mid-renovation when we shut down the project.
Exactly.
We're officially unshut down.
That sounded hard.
What about Yelena?
Nothing yet.
Get rid of them, Mel. They're the last piece of evidence.
Yeah.
Oh, man. No, she's got to tell Bucky. Then Bucky got to help. Oh, but you're forcing Bucky's hand, though, and he's trying to do things by, like, the political book. He's going to have to become an agent in the field.
Oh, is that the limo? Alexi? Yes.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
He's in his suit.
So I finagled to pick up Miss de Fontaine at fancy event. I figure good networking.
Gotta say, that limo is very inconspicuous.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, don't drink from the big girl back there.
Ew. Oh my God, dude.
You are a team of scrappy anti-heroes.
Yeah, go Thunderbolts.
What?
That was Yelena's team.
You named them after your Pee-wee song before?
Oh my God.
You got a convoy approaching fast. Step on it.
Aye,
Not making much headway.
Lexi!
Okay, don't worry. She's bulletproof, huh? Engaging defensive measures.
Oh.
Oh, dude.
Look at shields! What happened to bulletproof? Give me a break.
Give me a break of that Kit Kat bar.
Hey, I'll be back. I have.
All things considered, this limo is able to endure this pretty well.
Oh, no.
That's like the same technology they would use on the Hulk.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Developed by Stark Industries, I believe.
What are you doing? There's nothing you can do.
Whoa!
Nice. Right as he said, there's nothing you can do. Oh, was that?
Oh, yeah. Trailers kind of gave it away, huh?
Whoa. Oh. Ho.
There's like a lot of Terminator references
Yes,
in this.
there certainly is.
This is like the third one.
Yeah. Oh, he almost did the flip. Yeah.
Awesome.
So cool.
Boom!
Yeah! Yes!
Dude, oh, he's terminating.
Yeah, for sure he is. That's Mission Impossible 2. Whoa!
Vibranium arm, baby.
Yes! Let's go! Christopher Nolan saw that and was proud.
That's what I talk about.
That's what I talk about. No, you misread.
Oh, what?
Oh,
no. What? I guess.
What an interesting mission you just set out on, Bucky. Take out all parties.
Hi. How are you feeling, Robert? Are you comfortable?
Wow, this room affects the lighting of his suit.
Oh, no. You tried to kill us.
Oh, the logo. Cool.
Let me explain. Would you like that?
You can be someone who matters.
You signed up for a medical study. Not everybody could handle the amount of greatness that we had in mind.
What happened to Yelena?
Well, those people you were with, those are not honest people.
Look at someone for who they can become.
You always thought of yourself as a victim, but you overcame. You went to Malaysia. You were lost, right? You were searching, and you found me.
Smart.
I know about your mom's mental illness.
I was just thinking she's playing like motherly figure. So smart.
I even know about the times your father...
Stop! No, I didn't say you could know that.
Yeah. Playing to his vulnerabilities. Oh,
And
boy.
I still want you to be my guy. And isn't that what you want? To be accepted?
Yeah, you prey on people's loneliness.
And I think maybe your past is what makes you so perfect.
And Bucky was talking earlier about looking behind. Oh, let's see it. Oh, what do we got? Italian. I mean, her name is Italian.
Oh, no. Yeah, she saw some dark shit from a young age.
I totally see why this guy was tapped to do X-Men.
Oh, no. It's the first time we've really seen her be vulnerable. She's always so in control of every situation.
Yeah, let's give her a humanizing moment.
Would you excuse me just for a moment?
It's sunny. Like none of these superheroes really wear masks, but you're seeing like the masks these characters wear.
Yeah, all facades.
I can control it.
Great.
Totally see why someone like her wants so much power when you're stripped of all that at such a young age.
Yeah, it definitely gives her more nuance and depth for sure.
You put a serum into someone like Steve Rogers, he becomes Captain America. But do it to someone this unstable, I mean, who knows what it did to him?
That's a similar talk to what Falcon and Winter Soldier did.
I don't really care who this guy was. I do know what he can become. Get the press here, like I asked.
The dark side of looking at what someone can become. The dual conversations they're having where don't look at what you've been labeled as, looking for who you can become better than. And then you got Valentina's side, which is the manipulative version.
You're all evidence in the impeachment trial against Valentina.
We don't even work for Valentina anymore. She tried to kill us.
We were ordered to destroy all of her secrets. We were sent to kill each other in this vault.
But then we met Bob.
And they're in a garage place, like a gas station. T2.
Shot up into the sky, he exploded, and then he crashed into this mountain, and then he died, didn't die.
Yes, I got it. He's very, very scary.
Congressman Barnes.
They have history.
What's that supposed to mean? I know it's been hard since Olivia left you and took your kid, but still, this is on you.
You didn't tell them that, Sarn.
Bucky, I need your help.
What is it?
Val has gone off the rails.
I'm so scared she's gonna find out this girl's doing this.
This guy is a disaster waiting to happen.
What guy?
Bob.
Bob.
Bob!
Yes, Bob!
Someone has to do something.
This is good timing.
I have to go, but come now, please.
I would not have this conversation on the premises there, Mel.
I think time is just of the essence, but I agree with you.
Well, you know Valentina. She's got this thing out there, and I gotta stop her. And you are gonna help me.
Wait, Bucky, you have the wrong people.
Look, I've been where you are.
If there's anyone who can inspire, it's him.
Sooner or later, it catches up to you, and when it does, it's too late.
Yeah.
So you can either do something about it now, or live with it forever.
Oh, it's great looking at his arc here, how he's actually able to see, like, I've been where you've been. I
Come
can
to terms with it.
He can really teach. Nicely done, Bob.
I've tried this so many times, nothing ever happens. Cool.
Damn, he's got so many fucking powers.
Whoa! T2! Let's do it, baby.
Nice, Buck.
I like this.
Oh!
Ooh. Nice.
Booyah.
Oh, cool.
Damn. What a redemption for Ghost.
Jesus, you guys, I literally just put that drywall in. I left the door unlocked for you. Come up.
What this movie's been doing such a good job doing, and like these multiple fights, is showing like how each one of them moves differently, how each one of them fights differently. It's the attention to detail on it's really well done. Love this shot. Great shot.
So, there was a poster of that too,
Crazy,
right?
is it, to think of all the monumental fights that happened exactly here where you're standing?
Yes. Hulk, Loki.
You are all so adorable. Just think, I send you down there to kill each other, and instead you make nice and you form a team.
Where's Mel?
Mel is having a little loyalty issue.
Oh. Bob. No.
Robert.
Oh, now we have different accompanying sound design. Let's see the suit. Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah, he's changed a little.
Wow.
It is
A little.
my great honor to introduce to you the Sentry.
Wow, what a Homelander vibe.
Stronger than all of the Avengers rolled into one, and soon to be known as Earth's mightiest hero.
Not heroes.
The press is on their way here now, and they're going to witness the awesome power of Sentry as he takes down this ruthless group of rogue.
Smart.
Never gonna happen.
Sentry, your first mission is to take out these criminals.
Nah, man, they're your friends. They're your fucking friends. Don't do it.
I don't want to hurt you guys. Why don't you just turn yourselves in?
You do not need to listen to her.
Robert, they don't think you're good enough.
It's gonna have to be Yelena who gets through to him in the end.
No one messes with the West Chesapeake Valley. Thunder!
Thunderbolt.
Oh no. Oh.
Ouch.
Yeah, this might not work out in your guys' favor.
Damn, nothing's going. Wow.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Alexi, wait!
It's so effortless for him.
Oh my God.
Oh!
Holy shit, that was a great show. Oh my God. Wow. Oh! How the fuck would you ever defeat this guy?
Yeah, I don't think you...
Oh God.
You can't.
Oh God. Oh man.
Stop, Bob!
Ow.
Damn. What amazing wonder.
Yeah, this tracking shot is
damn.
insane.
The combination of practical and CGI is impeccable. Fuck.
Yeah, it's really seamless.
This is some of MCU's best action in a long time. This is really fucking good. Especially like in terms of the movies, this is really good. And also the score has been dynamite.
I guess he was composing it. I'm enjoying it. All right, just wash this in the dishwasher. Let's go. Ooh.
What is the plan here, Bucky? Oh, no, don't break it. Don't break it. Don't break it.
Wow.
No, don't break it.
Oh, dude. Okay, at least he didn't break it.
He was able to bend the shield.
Finish the job, Robert.
Finish the job? No.
Oh.
No.
They're not a threat to me, so why do I need to kill them?
You need to do what I say, Robert.
That's not how it works.
Bob changed into that thing, and there's nothing any of you can do about it.
And what did you do exactly?
I love how the city's actually still alive while they're having this.
I suck.
It's just another
I'm
day.
terrible.
She's even noticing this argument.
Slow down, Omnichka.
Alexi, I am not your Omnichka. I haven't heard from you or seen you in a year. We're all losers, and we lost.
Well, I mean, Yelena's just really hurt, and so she's lashing out.
Why would a god take orders from anyone at all?
He just referred to himself as a god.
But I'm starting to think maybe you don't know what I am.
Oh, God damn it.
Or what I'm capable of.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I need to show you.
Maybe that failsafe's not going to work.
You were gonna turn on me.
I can't believe you dropped it, dude.
I'm not afraid of you, Robert.
It's not Robert you need to be afraid of.
It's the century.
Duality. Whoa.
Mel?
Yeah. Good girl. Get clean up on the body and tell Holt it's finally time to go lethal on these losers.
Not gonna lie, Andrew. I am genuinely loving this movie. I think it is so different, and it's the way they're structuring things and how everything's being motivated by character.
If you cared, you would have called. I would have heard from you. I lost my sister again, but forever.
Oh.
And you disappeared.
Dear, I'm sorry. I didn't think you wanted me.
No, I get it.
I did.
I see that. I'm late, but I'm here now.
Daddy, I'm so alone.
Oh, she said, "Daddy."
All I do is sit and look at my phone and think of all the terrible things that I've done, and then I go to work, and then I drink, and then I come home to no one.
Oh, so much numbing.
We all have things that we regret.
No, but I have so many.
Oh, the cycle doesn't stop.
You were such a special little girl. Did you know this? You walked into a room. You made it brighter.
I think she still does.
I don't remember the feeling.
You were so kind. Do you remember why you want to be goalie on your terrible soccer team?
To defend.
So I didn't have to run as much.
To protect and defend.
I want to be the one everyone can rely on if they make a mistake. When I look at you, I don't see your mistakes. That's why we need each other.
God, I just really feel this movie, man.
Yeah, it's It's got a lot of emotional weight and depth.
Yeah, like the perception that people have of you of this like joyous figure, but you're nothing but a depression hollow piece walking through life.
It's cleanup from the penthouse, and they're saying, well, there's no body.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that darkness in that shot.
How ominous.
Whoa.
He has become a shadow. He's a void, man. Oh, shit. The escalation they're doing with him. This is like a great villain, and you don't want to see him die.
Aren't you tired of fighting? Let me help you.
Whoa!
What the fuck?
Wow. Oh, bye, Holt.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, I just got nipple chills.
Yeah. Oh.
It's
fascinating seeing it again from the ground.
Yeah, no, it's a new Battle of New York.
Oh. Nice.
Oh, great. He's a hero. He's saving people.
Has purpose, Greg.
He's redefining himself. Oh, my God.
Wow, nice job.
Woo. Woo. Stop the truck.
Oh, where are you? Okay, Bucky, yes.
Nice. Nicely done.
Oh. Yeah, good shot. This is
yeah,
yes.
Man.
I like even with the shield crumpled, he's still fighting. All right, teamwork, baby.
Yeah.
It's mostly them three, but still, I like the shot. The symbolic nature of it works for me.
It is so good seeing another MCU movie where the rousing sense of heroism. It's like, it's been a while, man.
Sorry. I think the news cameras caught that. And the public.
Oh, what a fucking movie.
Oh!
Nice.
Woo. You're safe, little one.
Fuck.
No! What? Holy crap.
I was like, all for naught.
You all know the truth.
Damn.
You can't outrun the emptiness.
I think Bob's dark side got superpowers.
I think so.
Come on, come on!
The metaphorical side of how this one guy's darkness is like becoming a literal manifestation of overshadowing everyone. Step into the void.
Yelena, what are you doing?
There's so many great like profile shots in this movie too.
That's what you said. We're all alone. All of us.
How spooky.
Wait! Yelena!
Step into it, Yelena. Face the void.
No, 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 no! No!
Oh, God. Wow.
Yelena!
I seriously feel like this guy could easily kill Dr. Sue. I know it's not Scarlett Johansson, but it's not young Natasha, but I think they kind of cast to make you sort of think of her.
Well, it's supposed to be the girl she took out, right? When
Yeah, Anya.
Trapped in the void.
I mean, it's so metaphorical of the idea of like the walls you put up, that cage is in the darkness, and the darkness is still there.
Anya, you're здесь.
No, no, no.
To face it with the...
Can't rewrite this memory.
Моя дорогая.
Ooh.
gothic. Let's just go through all your core traumatic memories.
There's gonna be a lot of them. Wow.
A fascinating visual. Think this guy's gonna do X-Men. He'll be able to do like Professor X shit. It's gonna be so cool.
Oh, is it the director of this being tapped for that?
That's what I've been saying this whole movie.
Sorry, I'm so immersed. I didn't
like
even.
4 times.
I heard you say X-Men, but I was so immersed.
Embrace your inner child. Comfort her.
Oh, is that Bob in the mirror?
There you are.
Whoa.
Excellent transitions, man. Bob was there for.
Shit. Fighting that battle within yourself.
Drown in it. Repeat.
I'm going after her.
And then what?
If she did that, she did it for a reason.
Well, what if she's dead?
Now she's inspiring.
What if she isn't?
How do you know that?
No, wait, hold on. I think she might have a point. When I was back in the vault, I saw something.
What did you say?
Enough.
Yelena?
Hi.
Hey.
I just want to talk, okay?
They are a mirror to each other.
About what?
About the stuff we spoke about in the vault.
That's the only time anyone has ever gotten through to him is just talking.
Hey, what's up?
Man, these two are powerhouses in this film. Both of them.
They're definitely both standing up.
Watching New York disappear into a big maze of interconnected shame rooms.
I don't know what you want me to say.
That you'll stop.
Oh, it's not me.
Void.
It's it.
Nah, you gotta take ownership of it.
I have these good days, you know, where I feel invincible. But then there are a lot of bad days when I remember that nothing matters, you know.
I get you,
So
man.
you're just gonna sit here and let it take over?
Well, there's no use in fighting it.
Come on, you're in control, Bob.
At least I found a nice room. The other rooms are much worse.
It is nice and quiet here, yeah.
There's like aspects of like depression, BPD, bipolar.
Loneliness.
I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. Don't touch her.
Big man speaks up.
Shut your mouth. Mom, oh.
My son, they hear.
Oh, no.
Sit down.
You hero, Bobby?
Sit down. You're making it worse.
That mental anguish, too. From a young age, physical torment.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
I mean, there's so much about facing your wounded inner child.
What I said to you before was wrong, Bob.
You don't just push it down.
You can't stuff it down.
Nope.
You can't hold it in all alone.
Nope.
No one can.
Same wall that keeps out sadness, keeps out happiness.
We have to let it out. We have to spend time together. And even if it doesn't make the emptiness go away, I promise you it will feel lighter.
You find hope and connection with others.
How do you know?
Because it already has for me. We can find a way out of here together. Will you try and leave here with me?
He can sense she's so genuine and caring.
Okay.
Look out!
What the hell? The void fighting back.
The darkness does fight back.
Come on, Bob, you got this.
Who's doing this, Bob?
I think I am. Oh.
If you become aware of that.
Just try to get used to it, okay? There's no death here. The pain only gets worse.
And, oh. Whoa.
Oh, they all entered?
That's so cool.
Linda.
Who came for us? What did you see? Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. I have a great pass, so I'm totally fine.
Damn.
Thank you, guys.
Of course, here we are, Shane's elite electronic Thunderbolts.
It's not Shane.
I mean, as far as I know, it's just endless rooms.
We can do it together.
Wait, you said that this was the nicest room you found and the others were way worse, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, show us the worst.
Yeah. I forgot this guy was Bill Pullman's kid, but I totally see it in his
Oh,
face
yeah.
now. Yeah, I totally see it.
I remember the first time I saw him, I was like, he looks a lot like Bill Pullman. It was the same thing with Jack Quaid. I was like, he looks a lot like Dennis Quaid.
Look at that. They're coming out of the shadows.
Oh, he seems nice.
The strangest mission I've ever been part of.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Wow. Damn, what they're doing with these sets. Oh,
This
amazing.
is, yeah. This is kind of giving me some Being John Malkovich vibes a little bit.
Oh, no.
What the hell?
Bob, you hit me with that sign one more time. I was on meth!
Oh,
Wow, the craftsmanship of this is so well
Yeah,
done.
This is such a fascinating way to explore his mind visually.
This is where it started.
Oh, is this the first place we
I
were
was
at?
roaming around Southeast Asia.
The lab?
Thought I'd figure something out, or at least find more drugs. And there's this guy.
Scientist.
Started talking to me about a medical study, a trial drug that can make me stronger. Felt like a miracle.
Very much like the boys.
I'd finally get to show everyone that I was more, that I was something. And look what you unleashed.
Damn, it's so crazy talking to the void.
The most shameful thing of all was thinking you could be anything more than nothing.
Yeah.
We're leaving.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, this is so relatable.
You have to embrace your darkness.
Yeah.
It's all in the mind, guys.
Stop. Let them go. You think they care about you?
God, he feels weak even to his own darkness.
You don't matter to anyone.
That's not true.
I'm stronger than you.
Yeah, you are.
Get up, Bobby.
Hell, now he's cheering him on. Love that.
You can't even save yourself. We will always be alone.
One's own dark passenger. Don't pull away. Do not pull away.
Yeah. That's right. Punch darkness in the face. Embrace it.
Literally breaking those walls down.
Is that all you got?
Oh, no.
Stop, stop! This is what you want!
Huh. Maybe Bob should hug the shadow. Man, Yelena, damn.
Love how agile she is.
Whoa.
Let's go.
Oh my God. Damn, this looks so good. Give him a hug. It's like he's becoming consumed by the darkness. There you are.
Oh.
It'll always be just us.
Everyone just gonna hug him?
Yeah.
You're not alone.
Oh, dude, this is really resonating with me. Oh, I feel this.
Oh, they get pulled out. They do it.
You said pulled out. Cool.
Out of the darkness into the light.
Everyone just, yeah, cool. So if you were in
Can't
like a helicopter, I guess you were probably out, right? Done?
You were great in there, Bob.
Thanks, Walker.
Oh.
Hey, wait, and where? Whoa. What happened here?
For reals.
Sorry, I'm just a little fuzzy.
Okay. Are you serious?
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Yes, I need an extraction right now. What? No, I don't have backup. I need help.
I'm going to kill that person.
Okay, come on.
Oh, me too?
Yep, we stick together from now on.
Good idea.
Can't kill her. We gotta take her in.
Can't kill her. Maybe when we take her in, I break a few bones.
Oh, I'd like to kill her.
Maybe when he does get his memory back, he can fix this stupid thing.
I know we're all having a lot of feelings right now. I am too.
Hi.
I get it. Give me half a second.
Oh.
Are we live?
What?
Great.
Oh, you clever.
Today,
That's
the
how we
citizens of the
got
United
it.
States needed that protection, and thanks to my hard work, they got it.
Wow, how clever.
Meet the new Avengers.
Hey, the one thing we knew. Hey, I'm part of team. Yes.
It's like,
She knows how to maximize her press.
We own you now.
yeah. The irony.
I really
She
thought
gets to become the public-facing hero that she was hoping for.
Yeah.
Take it in. I fucking love that movie. That was so good.
It spoke to us.
So that didn't even like become a Act 3 typical Marvel. I was like, well, that was so good. I love that one. Avengers.
The were heard around the world.
Chicken. There's some aspects I wish we got a tiny bit more of, which we'll go into, but I'm very much adored this movie. And I thought they did.
That's what that asterisk meant. Yes. Yeah, because I follow. Oh. Lexi.
Oh, so many choices.
These on the Wheaties box.
There's toasted whole wheat flakes, whole grain vitamins.
This guy's Colonel Guile hat.
She good for kids, huh?
Okay.
So cringy.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Wow. Is there monetary value to being a...
Build this dream together. All right, we're at the songs. We know we're close. Fantastic
It's like four? What?
First Steps main theme? What does
They
that
had
mean?
the theme in here at some point?
I didn't hear it. I didn't even hear the Avengers theme. Did you?
Reject Nation. Life's only gotten busier, filming, working out, getting a new studio, all the moving. But I've learned that when I stay consistent on what I put in my body, I perform better across the board. No joke, mentally, physically, all in all. In case you didn't catch the memo, back in January, I weighed 218 pounds. As of late, I'm down to 173. Here's a latest photo right here. I'm working on body composition right now. Got to get that full six-pack abs. And Huel's Black Edition Ready to Drink has been a big part of that journey. Got so much in that fridge right there. I really love the chocolate one. A complete meal in a bottle. It's got 35 grams of protein, 27 essential vitamins and minerals, slow-release carbs, high fiber, low sugar, perfect for my diet plan. No cooking, no prepping, just grab and go and And especially now in the middle of summer, I'm moving fast, baby. And Huel's always ready. Oh, you just put it in the fridge. It tastes so good. Especially, it's kind of hot in here, and this tastes really good. You toss it in your bag, drink between shoots and your workouts like me. Fuels me without slowing me down whatsoever. Can drink it on the road. Love the taste. Genuinely awesome. No chalky aftertaste like a lot of other shakes. They got a bunch of other flavors. Chocolate's my personal favorite because I'm a chocolate fanatic. And as someone who loves chocolate but has to avoid most chocolates because I'm trying to be healthy, to have a chocolate shake, thank you, God. Huel's delivered over 500 million meals worldwide, and now's your chance to try it. So if you'd like to support the channel, but more importantly, support your health, go to Huel.com/rejects and use my code rejects to get 15% off your first order. Minimum $75. Huel.com/rejects, code rejects to get 15% off. Skip the stress, not the nutrition. Try Huel today for complete nutrition bottled. 14 months.
We are the Avengers. The government said so. How does Sam Wilson not understand that?
Well, he does have the shield.
Well, I got a shield too.
It's not a shield.
Yeah, it is a
That
shield.
beret. Wow, look at his hair. Holy shit.
If he puts together a team, and then the team is called the Avengers, then who are the real Avengers?
Well, that's the question the internet has been asking.
I like that.
They don't think that it's us.
They really are the Avengers now.
I already did.
And?
It went poorly.
I don't know what any of these buttons do. It's unbelievable they didn't mark any of them.
You know he's filed for copyright of the name?
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Space crisis, and no one's telling us about it.
It's got to relate to Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
We're running out of space already? It's impossible. This building is enormous.
Outer space.
Outer space.
Run a threat analysis. I want a full report.
Running threat analysis.
Oh my god, dude.
I heard about Sam Wilson. He's dumb, litigious man, but I am smart. I am smart man. I have smart solve. Avengers. With the Z, there is no copyright.
No.
So soft, too. Feel like bottom of baby seal.
It's like he's getting ready for a motorbike competition.
I don't want to touch a baby seal, but...
I got one for you. I got you one. I got you one. And for you, Bob, in the corner.
Hey.
We're all matching, all part of super team.
Oh.
Unidentified craft entering orbit.
We should get a satellite image.
Get a satellite image.
This is like a full-on scene. Damn.
Sorry, guys. Can't be the Sentry without the, other...
Yeah.
I did the dishes, though.
Hey.
Ride Bob into the sky?
Yes. Can you imagine Red Guardian riding on top of Sentry, cresting over the clouds?
This is why we are Avengers with the Z.
Extra-dimensional ship entering atmosphere.
Extra dimensional, what does that mean?
Wow.
Is it a Fantastic Four ship?
It's a cool ship.
Is it?
Oh!
Whoa! Okay, cool.
Sweet. Let's go. Will return. And Bob, yes. All right.
Wow. Okay, cool. Let's talk about it, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just finished watching Thunderbolts. If you're listening to this review on Apple or Spotify, you can catch a reaction on YouTube. And if you're on Apple or Spotify, please give us a glowing rating. Make us look good. Leave a like on this video, by the way. Also, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell because we got so much coverage coming up. We're even covering a lot of the DC stuff right now, too, and build up to Superman. Prepper, thanks for writing down the highlights. Now, we've introduced this element where we put out like our shooting schedule to our royal rejects, our patrons. And then we answer some questions, usually maybe at the end or at the very beginning. We open up our document. This is probably the most questions we've ever had.
I've never seen so many. It's good.
And when it's a situation like this, it's like, okay, this is probably going to cover... We haven't actually read the questions. We just see the quantity, which usually means we're probably going to cover everything we want to talk about in these questions. So I say we just swing into it, Andrew. Let's see
do it.
Where we're off to. Kenny G V92. Here we go. As reactors who talk and reflect openly about mental health struggles, how do you feel about the message conveyed through the movie about mental health? Oh, absolutely. I feel a lot of things. Could the points have been made stronger by more story for all, or do you think the theatrical cut conveys the message well enough? Now, I know we've had different dabblings when it comes to, we've, of course, had mental health struggles like any human being, but our journey and obsession or homework or education is very different for the two of us. But please, Andrew, what are your first thoughts on this, on the aspect here?
Absolutely. I think the theatrical cut conveys it very well, not only from all the characters, but specifically Bob, for instance, and Yelena, of course, too. But I really resonated with Bob, especially when we were dealing with the void there at the end, because I had a very depressive episode myself back in 2019 where I was in a void, and I did feel that darkness, and I felt so alone, and I was so depressed. And what really resonated with me, not only that feeling that was being conveyed in the film, but how everyone grabbed him and embraced him and let him know he wasn't alone. And that's really what lifted me truly out of the darkness. Friends like Greg and my family letting me know that I wasn't alone. It truly uplifted me. So like the movie really spoke to me from there. So maybe there are other avenues that they could have approached it, but like this really spoke to me because I lived it.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a very strong and poignant message and very visceral. And also for someone who actually lived this, minus the Sentry powers, it was very, very resonating and relatable for me.
Yeah. Yeah, to touch on this one subject, because I'm like, the whole movie is about this, essentially. You know, it's the backdrop for it. When people ever ask me, like, or when I share, what is the character you related to most in television, I've constantly said, like, Chandler being from Friends, but in terms of a drama, and it's funny that you've just started this show, when I was really young, the very first dramatic character I'd ever related to was Dexter Morgan from the show Dexter.
Great show.
In that first episode, he said something that I had said to myself a lot, but I had actually never heard in a medium, just maybe missed it, and I had never heard in conversation. But I was really young, and I would say I feel empty. That is how I describe my feelings, and it was such I would be like out of my own body and observe that feeling, because like the irony of empty or void being an emotion, right? Like the irony of that. And then I saw Dexter say it, and I was like, whoa, that's how I feel. Weird. And so this movie starts off with a theme that got me really fascinated with one's own emotion, which is dealing with the void and what is purpose, and each person's purpose is different. What is someone's why in life? And this is the thing of really creates like identity. Part of being a human being, I believe, is to want to find that level of fulfillment and find that level of contribution. And, we often grow up in a society that tells us what success is. But a lot of times if you ask someone, like, what is your definition of success? Even I struggle with that answer. Like, I don't really know what that answer is for me. When people ask me, I actually don't know. It's one of the things I've been exploring lately. And if you wanted to talk success, like, success is to be some form of fulfillment. And this is like an interesting element to have that kick off with the idea of darkness, and beyond getting on this whole other tangent, the main focus of it is self-acceptance. That's the main journey of this movie, is self-acceptance, and not to judge yourself as well, and to not let your past dictate your future. Don't let the facts of your life become the excuses of your life for your life, is one of the mantras I have lived by since I was like 19 years old. And it's something I often forget when you're consumed by darkness, you know? And I can very much still, there's so many elements that I would relate to of the embrace in that, you know. And I've done therapy. I've had a couple of really great therapists in my life, and one really standout moment in therapy for me was the awkwardness of having to face your inner child, like literally doing exercise of talking to like younger Greg. And that's where our core traumatic wounds stem from, that can shape our identity, that can shape our core base human emotion, is one way I've heard it put, like your need for something or fear of something. And you see that illustrated by, specifically more so, like you see John Walker's recent circumstance, but with Yelena and with Bob, you see their core memory formed in childhood, and how that has dictated the void for them, you know, because a void comes in the form of having so much pain, you don't really want to face it. Because, like, if the first stage of grief is denial, it's that for a reason. It's because your mind and body can't really handle it, so you push it away. And that's where the strength comes in to face it. Like, when you're working out, it's supposed to hurt. You know, it's supposed to be uncomfortable. And this is about having that strength to face the thing that, to survive, you've had to push it down and push it away. And the same wall that keeps out sadness keeps out happiness. For the most simplistic terms, could they go deeper? Of course they could go deeper. Could they go crazier? Of course they could go crazier. And have other movies done that? Absolutely. But to do it on a blockbuster level and to do it in an MCU movie and to commit to it and not sacrifice it for some typical third act finale, this really moved me a lot.
Yeah. No, it had some deep themes, in regards to loneliness, depression, redemption. I also like forgiveness as well in regards to Alexei and Yelena's relationship. That's never too late. To forgive someone. So I thought that was layered really well on top of it as well. But but also I think you make a good point. Just really quick.
We got like a shit ton of questions.
Just really quick. I like that you make a great point that this film definitely committed to it and stayed with it. They didn't cop out in any way from the mental health theme and the rest of the themes we just went over. So I do appreciate that it's stuck with it.
Absolutely. I'm going to make the editing a little bit easier for us, so this is going to be awkward, and let's just keep it in the video. I'm going to put claps in here. That way, it's easy to identify in the sound waves when we start a new question.
There's a lot.
1, 2, 3. What an awkward sound that's been in the background this whole time. Andrew, please do the honors. What is the next question? Shout him out.
All right. Joe Star Edits. Thank you for the question. Thank you for being a royal reject. We appreciate it. Love your channel, and it's now become a part of my daily routine. Whoop. Awesome.
You're part of Greg's baseball Thunderbolts team.
Yes, the soccer team. Now you've watched Thunderbolts. Do you agree that Jake Schreier, I assume that's the director, is a great fit for directing the MCU's X-Men? That a few times. Thunderbolts and X-Men heavily focused on mental health in a variety of ways such as grief, depression, and anxiety. Do you feel this is why Jake was picked to carry the torch for the X-Men? Love from Manchester, UK. Well, since I mentioned this throughout the reaction, I think I should... Greg, what do you think?
My brother, please. I took up so much time in the last question. I would love to hear... I've said it a few times during it. I would love to hear what you think now that you know he's directing it.
Yes, just in general. I mean, besides the fact that he clearly knows how to handle an ensemble, which the X-Men obviously are, absolutely from that perspective in regards to depression and anxiety and grief, 100%. Speaking as one of the two Jews on the channel, seeing someone like Magneto, and obviously what the other X-Men have to deal with just in general, the embodiment of discrimination, I think this is the perfect man for the job. I think they really nailed it. And again, just going to reiterate that point that Greg made earlier in that he knows how to stick with themes and not cop out from them. And I'm hoping they're going to allow him to do his thing and not do the studio oversight thing where they say, nope, you got to do this, you got to do that. You know what I mean? I'm all for sticking with the, in regards to the MCU, sticking with keeping it connective and all that, of course, but we got to let the filmmakers do their thing. If you hire them for a vision, let's stick with it. Let the guy play to his strengths. And I really like this director. I don't know what else he's done, being quite, transparent, but I really enjoyed this film a great deal, and I think he's the perfect man for X-Men. So.
I completely see why they got him. I'm not going to just try to repeat a lot of what you said. I'll try to be a little additive here, I guess. I mean, if you're X-Men does deal with all those things. Like X-Men's such an introspective journey. It's more than just people with powers and cool. It's so much of X-Men is about self-acceptance, and it deals with prejudices. There's self-judgment. Grief, of course, abandonment, loneliness. There's rejection. X-Men deals with all this, and the Thunderbolts. Yeah, in some ways, this is like his greatest audition for to do an X-Men movie.
100%.
Even doing everything with the Century and going through the psychological mind games and the set pieces. It was like, oh, man, this is his Professor X moment right here.
You did say that, yeah.
I think that is a fantastic touch, and now he can just refine that skill. And on top of that, too, it's like the thing is when you're doing a comic book movie, you have to be able to do both. You have to be able to have that's why I think people love James Gunn, because James Gunn loves emotions, loves human emotions, and loves knowing why people are the way they are. And he loves action. And I think that's what Jake demonstrated here with this movie. is he loves action. One of the things that and X-Men, you have to demonstrate the unique set of skills that each individual has. And even in the fight scenes here, I pointed out at one point that it's pretty cool when they're doing these like tracking shots or watching them fight, that you see how different each one of them fights, as opposed to just everyone's getting like the same level of choreography. And that to me is another great example of what to do. And there's some distinctness in the way it's like visually shot and done, and to carry on those emotional themes whilst giving us an entertaining action movie is how many Marvel movies have failed at that? Like how many of them have not, maybe not even failed, but not really hit it as hard as it could have been.
Yeah.
And I think his fact that he stuck to his guns with also structurally doing something different. I think absolutely he's a perfect fit.
I would also add that James Gunn likes music a lot too.
Yeah.
But yeah, great point.
Thomas Doherty. This is great for many reasons, but do you think they spent too much time on Yelena's trauma and mental health and not spending enough time with the rest of the team?
Fair question.
When I said there was a couple things I wanted more.
I knew you were thinking that. I really did.
I love Yelena's character and what they have done with her, but it would have been interesting to see John Walker, Ghost, and Guardian face their trauma in the shadow world. Thoughts?
John? Okay.
We saw
a glimpse of John Walker and dealing with it for sure. In regards to Ghost and Red Guardian, again, it was kind of explored in regards to dialogue. We get to hear it, him talking with Yelena, and again, kind of seeking some validation and forgiveness. Also, just in general, the validation he seeks in the glory. I definitely would have liked to explore it from a visceral point of view in regards to Red Guardian, but Ghost, 100%. I know we got a little bit of that in Ant-Man and the Wasp, what she deals with physically on top of some of the mental trauma that she also has been dealt with, but she's a perfect candidate for this type of film to really get, again, that visceral experience in the void. So I definitely would have liked it, especially with Ava, a little more with Walker too, but I think the stuff with Yelena was so damn compelling. While I was missing that, I was still so immersed with what we were seeing from Yelena that it didn't bother me a ton, but I definitely was thinking about it, if that makes sense.
Well, I think they give they give more to Yelena than everyone else, but most of it is actually towards Bob. Like Bob's the main one. Out of anyone, like Bob's the main one, right?
They're the mirrors.
And in some ways, you kind of just get a more expanded version of what you got from. I mean, Yelena gets more like she gets to bond with Red Guardian, her dad, and she gets to have like more monologues and lines of dialogue that actually touch on it. But that's also in tune with who Yelena's character is.
Yeah,
I'm doing so much multitasking while talking. But in Yelena's always been kind of vocal. She's always had that childlike sense. Whereas, to my association with Ghost and with John Walker, they're not ones to really start talking about their emotions. They're not ones to really open up. Where as much as Yelena can push it down and block, she also can be quite vocal. And so is Alexei. So I think it makes sense within characters. But all that being said, I definitely do feel like they set up stuff with, not really Ghost, but they set up with John Walker too. And they touch on it, how he lost his family. And the idea like, at the end you're seeing he's got a newfound family. I get it. But there is like sort of missing cathartic beats that you kind of could have felt. That's what it's more like the emotion that's missing to give us those scenes. That I actually feel like those were probably cut out. I get the impression that those were in the movie and they cut them out. And that's at least my instinct, because considering how well fleshed out so much of this is. But I do feel like it would have been great to watch a little bit more of the resolve definitely happen with them.
Yeah.
Instead of, just kind of brushing.
But I did like that we got a little bit and we humanized as much as we could with Valentina and seeing, the traumatic experience that she had to go through as a child, seeing her father taken right in front of her, and kind of mirrored a little bit also with Bob and with Yelena, that it all started her trauma as a child,
right,
and her grief. So, and she tries to take control of that with power, you know? So I thought that was very fascinating, even though we only got a moment with her as well. I think the biggest thing was I would have loved to have seen, you know, because she's really got some messed up crap, although she was kind of killed right away, was Taskmaster. I would have loved to have gotten in the void with her. That would have been fascinating.
Absolutely.
I mean, her dad brainwashed her and made her a weapon. If that ain't effed up, I don't know what is. So you could have gone all different explorations in that sense.
Let's see here. I didn't clap the last time. Maurice Gray Jr.
Wait, aren't I?
Yes, you.
Okay, sorry. I ruined your moment there. Maurice Gray Jr., thank you so much for the question, being a royal reject. In your opinion, which Thunderbolt fell the farthest before the team assembled? Who do you think needed this team the most? Well, who fell the farthest? That's easy. John Walker. Remember, he jumped in and he fell the farthest. Who fell the farthest before the team?
I think the one who needed the team the most is Taskmaster. Honestly.
I mean, we just talked about
she was so abused by her dad. Like, completely warped.
Yeah.
I really do. I will take this moment to say I am not a fan of how they handled Taskmaster.
I'll agree with that.
That is probably the one part about this that I'm like, ooh, really didn't like the execution on that. And maybe the actress doesn't like playing Taskmaster. Maybe the Marvel's like, we got to just get rid of this shit. It is, but rewatching Black Widow and knowing the whole time who Taskmaster really is, I'm like, damn, this is messed up.
Yeah.
And she finally gets to be free, and then she's just killed off like
5 minutes later.
like a nothing character. Like she's like a nothing character.
Yeah, I think they heard they definitely heard the criticisms from Black Widow, and I think to your point, yeah, they just said, let's just be done with it. But again, I think the application, so which could have applied with her with the trauma. There's so many different ways you could have went about this.
Yeah.
And I just think she's such a fascinating. It could have been, explored in such a fascinating character. So I'm kind of sad we didn't go that route. But yeah, it's definitely a down point. But in regards to who fell the farthest before the team assembled, you got anyone?
I mean, in terms of like, if we're talking immediate plot points, yeah, I think it's John Walker. Yeah.
Okay.
Because Ghost has had freedom and found some agency, and John Walker's still like the shamed guy. I mean, I don't think John Walker has the hardest past or the most traumatic past. No, but in terms of most recent events, yeah, him. Who needed this team the most? I would say, I think it is Yelena. I think that's why she's the main character. Sentry's the one who needed the most. Sentry is part of the new Avengers. Chase Lee.
I was just reminding you.
I appreciate it. Why the did his mom? I really like this movie. I think maybe the marketing, I could see the marketing making you think like, oh, I got to do all this homework. I got to watch like a bunch of TV shows I don't want to watch.
Right.
I mean, not a bunch, but like one show in particular.
Well, I think this movie was great. It's a very it goes over again a lot of depressing themes. And it's just, I just don't know if this is the type of, I could be totally wrong. I don't know if this is the type of movie because if the budget is so high. Like most movies, if it's got on the lower budget end, I don't remember the exact budget. We'll look at it towards the end, but this would probably be a win for most movies. But because it's on the Marvel budget, I just don't know if this type of film, it's not your prototypical MCU action, adventure film.
Well, even the characters too are not like people anyone.
Yeah,
really.
like is this a film you're gonna go see 3, 4, 5? Like I saw the first Avengers film about 10 times, no joke.
Yeah,
I love this film. It's great. It really gets into deep character exploration and themes. I don't know if I'm gonna see this 10 times in theaters.
Yeah.
So in regards to why did it bomb, I would say possibly that.
Yeah, pretty budget, and also I do think there's like this. Alexi and Yelena were introduced in a movie that was not that successful. Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is John Walker, was not one of their big. It was like big at the time, but it was sandwiched between WandaVision and Loki. So it's more of like it was put on a lower tier at the time and became appreciated later on. Taskmaster is part of that too. The Black Widow one, no one really knows who Bob is. And a Ghost was an Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, that's a good point when you're talking about the marketing too. It's like, wait.
Yeah. It's not. It's like Bucky's the one they would rely on the most. But still, it's like supporting players that were not really part of like the hugest ones outside of Bucky. Okay.
Actual question.
You take it away.
Yeah. Okay. Actual question. Who would win in a fight? The new Avengers with Taskmaster or these TV show heroes? Ironheart, Kate Bishop, Moon Knight, Echo, Agatha, Miss Marvel, and new Captain America. I didn't add Loki, Wanda, or She-Hulk because that wouldn't be fair.
This answer is way too easy. If you're not using Sentry, the TV show heroes, undoubtedly.
I was going to say, if you got Sentry, like,
yeah,
you're going to be pretty much anyone, right?
But if you have Sentry active, involved, for sure. Yeah, like.
Yeah, there's nothing you can really do against. Unless you got that taser, I guess, but you're only going to momentarily stop him.
It's funny how like this established new Avengers, none of them. I mean, Ghost has a true superpower, but most are just like super soldier reliant. And then you got two like Yelena and Captain America, who's not part of the Avengers apparently.
But yeah, that's why I made that joke when they were lifting the boulder. It was like only 3 of them are probably really contributing. But again, I love the visual and the symbolization of this image of them working together. It works for me, but it's just as a joke. I agree.
Druid, do you see the Thunderbolts as Marvel's darker version of the Avengers, or are they just the MCU's most dysfunctional family? I love the movie, and seeing it not make as much compared to some other MCU films of recent was disappointing. Thanks for everything you do. Regards, Druid.
Thank you for the question.
I mean, what do you think, Andrew? Is it Marvel's darker version of Avengers, or are they just MCU's most dysfunctional
I would say
family?
it's a combination of both. Again, we talked about before as you explore these themes and just the... Yes, in the first Avengers film, just to go a little off, but still keep it relatively, still on point. We saw the dysfunction when it comes to the Avengers, like this team just coming together to, even though there's ideologically they're apart from each other, but they have a common goal at the end. It's kind of the same thing here with these people, but we got this whole thing in regards to all the depression, all the trauma, all the grief that we are all dealing with, and the dysfunction. But again, the camaraderie that we come to by the end of the film just works, and the cohesion, of course. But yeah, I would say like that's the similar aspect to the two teams. But yeah, I would say darker version, just because not only the film's palette, but just in general, what the film's darker themes were dealing with. So I would say, yes, this is definitely the more dysfunctional and darker version of the Avengers, 100%. What about you?
I feel more for the most dysfunctional family side, more on that front than darker version of the Avengers. Like the setup of this Avengers is very different than the other Avengers. The other Avengers just seemed like they were heroes doing heroic shit. And this version seems like there's, political gain, monetary gain. There's like literally on a fucking Wheaties box, like there's all it's a little bit kind of like The Boys in the sense of like there's a control to the Avengers, and sure, Sokovia Accords and whatever are a thing, which they do not address in this movie. But there's a different lens to it, and I could see why someone like a Captain America hates what it is, because that's not what the Avengers should be. So I view it more as like a dysfunctional family where there's like there's an agreement in place that keeps them from being killed, basically. And even though Yelena says we now own you, it's like in some ways there's like mutual beneficial stuff here, because there's a really easy way where they're just branded as criminals and fugitives and outlaws, And so I like more of the dysfunctional family side. But I also like the idea of like the ickiness of the kind of Avengers that they're under, right? Because I didn't feel like, wow, we have our new Avengers here. It like they have a manipulated version of it, Please take it away.
Aiden Karst Doherty, thank you for the question, for being a royal reject. Appreciate it. Do you think this movie gives you more faith or even excitement for Doomsday, knowing they're starting to set it up with this movie and obviously have a plan, also because this team will be in the movie? Wow, great question. I have actually not read any of the comics for Doomsday. Having said all that, this definitely gives me lots of excitement, just that we're willing to explore these types of things. And also we got Bob. But yeah, no, I definitely... Yeah, if we're gonna have, again, we kind of talked about this coming into the movie. We don't get a lot of to put it in a baseball analogy, we don't get as many home runs as we used to in the MCU. So if we get more like doubles and singles and triples every now and then. But if we can stay on the path of this kind of quality of film, 100%. I know that movie's got a tall order and task just from all the fans of any of the Doomsday comics and that character in general. And I think like if we can stay on this route in terms of quality, 100%. But this gave me a lot to be excited for. And then we had Deadpool and Wolverine recently as well. So there's definitely been a few films that have gotten me more excited about the MCU recently. So this definitely gives me a lot more, for sure. What about you?
Ooh, you're
like...
Doomsday is an interesting pivot movie because I'm too aware of machinations behind the scenes. Of they clearly, because the thing is they had a very clear plan with Kang.
Right,
and
that's a
then
good point.
Because of Jonathan Major's situation, and like they dealt already with like pandemic and strikes, but they could still like go through with a plan, but then they couldn't go through with a plan because of the Jonathan Major situation. And so they've been having to do a lot of pivoting and a lot of like in one of the other earlier comments, they mentioned shit like Echo, Moon Knight. Like, I don't feel like we're ever going to hear from them again, like there's certain things they set up for even future installments that I'm like, I'm not even sure anything's going to really happen with that because their plans have been thwarted. But you're saying clearly they have a plan. I'm like, I think they've been doing a great job with the pivoting, and maybe perhaps this was always meant to sort of set up going into Fantastic Four. It doesn't really, honestly, it doesn't really move the needle in terms of excitement for me because, like, I thought Captain America was one of Marvel's worst movies, Brave New World.
That's fair.
But then I think this is one of Marvel's best movies.
Right.
So it's weirdly because, like, wow, what a swing, And honestly, the thing that would set me up, that would get me the most excited for Doomsday is if Fantastic Four is just as good of an experience. That's what would get me truly excited.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like every time I get so excited, then a Captain America comes out, I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Jules R.
Oh, did we? Oh, yeah, sorry. My bad. Jules R. Thunderbolts has become one of my faves. I really connected to these characters for some reason, especially Yelena. I think it was seeing her process through her past trauma.
It could be past transgressions or past traumas.
Okay, thank you. Have either of you felt connected to a character deeply like this? Ooh, that's a very thought-provoking question. Very nice.
Like in like Marvel?
I think the question is just broad in general.
Of course.
I mean, in regards to this movie, it was definitely Bob. I liked your point about Dexter because those haven't come out yet, but I actually did make it a point to say, like, I really resonate with him aside from the vigilante stuff.
I mean, you guys saw my reaction to Warrior. Like that one really hit me hard.
Oh, yeah.
But in terms of MCU characters, I would like to actually kind of stick to this for a second. Yelena's moment where she's talking with Alexei really got me crying because Yelena, I'm not sure if I've ever cried during another MCU movie, but Yelena's moment of especially when Alexei is saying, like, you're his child, or like you brighten the room, and there's this like gap in development that happens in life where you're like, when did this all start going dark? When did this all start changing? Like you don't really see it. It's like kind of like when you gain weight. When you don't really see the progress happening, there's one day you're like, wait a minute, I've gained like 50 pounds. What the fuck? Where did this come from? And sometimes that's how darkness can work. Yet the perception of that people can have of you can be like, oh, you're so full of joy, you're so full of light, and it's that analogy of being like that guy with the smile, that clown in the room, but underneath the clown's smile is sadness. That's how you get like a Robin Williams situation. And I think with Yelena that I would 100% say, like, I don't think I've ever connected with a female character as much as Yelena.
She was amazing in this movie. Really a standout. In regards to TV, I'm going to stick with him for drama with Dexter, just because not only that empty void of feeling nothingness, but also too, like, how socially awkward he becomes and has to put on this facade to feel like he is fitting in. So from there, I would say Dexter. In regards to the MCU, granted, I don't have the body of anywhere near what Chris Evans looks like as Steve Rogers. I just think like the principles and the morals I live by are very Steve Rogers-esque.
Yeah.
You know, very Noble-esque, always trying to do the right thing no matter what type of wall is standing in my way, and always standing for like peace and goodness, and in that way as well. I would say I resonate with Steve Rogers, and just always trying to just be a good character in general.
Yeah.
I would say Steve Rogers, like the only thing that's come into my mind resonate-wise, but I want to be a playboy like Tony Stark, but it's just not, I don't see that happening.
I also really connected with Bob in this movie, man.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Like these characters are all people
yeah.
who are hung up on their past mistakes. They're on their guilts.
Yeah.
And when you get hung up on your guilts, it can evolve into shame, and then shame is just a vicious cycle, like you see with Yelena, of how she's keeps resorting back to drinking. She knows her pattern. She spells it out for Alexei of what her pattern is. And Bob in the past was like resorting to drugs and shit, and him having to learn to hug his darkness is a crazy prospect. And the idea too with everyone here of how they're all seeking human connection. Like I was hearing about it today of how friends can be life-saving. Friends can be, we hear the term found family a lot, but friends it's so important to nurture those friendships. And yeah, I think people take friendships for granted. Honestly, I know I'm incredibly guilty of that. And this movie is one of those that reminds you of human connection and friendship is so, so important. That's how we have evolved as a human race. It's the only way we evolve as people. I think at the end of the day, like success itself, depending on how you view success, can be a void if you don't have human connection, And I think that's what the online world has done to us in a lot of ways too. Is it interrupts the flow of human connection when we are misled into thinking we are more connected than ever.
Yeah.
So
I feel that because like just speaking here on this incredible platform, like I really try to please everyone, and I realized I can't do that, unfortunately. And when I do see sometimes those negative comments, which I know I should stay away from, like sometimes it really does affect me because I've been in that guilty phase of trying to please everyone. But I think at the end of the day, as long as I look in the mirror and know that I'm honest with myself and I give myself everything I can, that I can live with that. But I think to your point as well, last thing, I do agree, like, and that's where I did relate to Bob, not to sound repetitive, but yes, that warmth and compassion that I got from my loved ones, again, that's the thing that most uplifted me when I was going through that depression. So again, that's what spoke to me the most when I was watching that, and had such a visceral reaction from me as well.
Yeah. I think this movie also demonstrates too that when you can get in touch with your own pain and not just reject it, it can make you a more empathetic individual too. And it can make you, like the way you're talking about warmth, like you develop that from understanding.
Yeah. No, 100%. And like, sorry, I'm not trying to go on a tangent, just really quick. Like Dark Knight Rises, I used to really hate that movie, but after the depression I went through and had the understanding, like Bruce Wayne, like, wow, he really went through a depressive state in that whole film after what had happened to Rachel and just like everything that was going on. I was like, actually really like this really speaks to me and resonates with me a lot more. Now I'm more empathetic to what you're saying. So I'm like, yes, that does, I do agree with you there. So 100%, like we find a lot of like building up inside just from like the experiences that we get, and like, absolutely.
Well, I like too what they do with the characters in here is they show how your personality can form when you are in a state of repression. Like there's so much of the time where like one of my things that I suck at really acknowledging that when I feel this feeling is guilt. Like when I feel guilty about something, I don't immediately register that that's what I'm feeling. Like it's a hard emotion for me to acknowledge. And so it comes out in other ways of like anger, belittling, stress. Like it comes out in these other different ways, and I'm like, oh crap, I feel guilty, and I'm masking it with these other emotions. I'm masking it with this other persona, whether that be or I use humor, and or become extremely passive aggressive. Like there's a lot of I make a lot of mistakes in my communication, and that is one of them. And I love that this movie's really does that with everyone, even Valentina. Even Valentina. It shows that like their personalities, is the presentation that forms sometimes is so subconscious, the presentation that we form, because we're not in tune with how we're really feeling. Like when Yelena's like lashing out at everyone, I'm like, you're a horrible person, you suck, this stuff, because it's too painful to feel the real feeling of pain. So it comes out in this other way. Yeah, I think it's so well illustrated. This is one of my favorite MCU movies, like hands down. Yeah. It just just the sensibilities it's playing on just really vibe with me, you know?
For sure. Spoke to me as well, man.
Powell Kaczmarek. Take it away, Andrew. It's 38 minutes for a perk.
Yeah. Hey, guys. Yeah, we'll try to speed through here.
That's fun, man.
Hey, guys. This is about the post-credit scene, so I'll still be a bit cryptic. In the post-credit scene, two characters talk about a potential lawsuit being filed by a certain Marvel character for a certain name. Please tell me I'm not the only one who thinks it would be a terrible idea for a side plot in the upcoming Avengers solely because of how ridiculous and out of character it would be. Love you guys. Love Thunderbolts. Thank you for the question. We really appreciate you. It definitely did feel a little out of character, but also, too, I think, again, just pointing out the great point you made, he does have principles in which he stands by. So, and, you know, again, just talking about the dysfunctional side and, like, is that what the Avengers do stand for? And, like, you know, monetary gain and all that other stuff. So I'm like, there's going to be a clash of ideologies there. So it's like we got to get on the right side of, like, how we do things here with the Avengers. And I guess Cap is, like, the actual leader now. So it's going to be interesting. I will say this in regards to the lawsuit thing. I don't know if we need to go that territory route, but it's going to be fun and interesting.
Jennifer Walters from She-Hulk to represent.
Of course, and Matt Murdock's going to represent the other team.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be fun to watch the ideological differences and the clashing there, because I think, like, the dramatic weight when we see the two teams not get along kind of just grounds these films, because obviously we're not going to resonate with these people from a superhero level, you know, perspective. So we got to have emotional stakes and dramatic stakes, but I think that's going to be fascinating. But in regards to, again, the lawsuit stuff, I don't know. Need to see that particularly. What about you?
No, I mean, I don't see that shit. I feel like none of that's really going to affect. I don't think that's going to really happen. Or we do a spin-off, a Marvel one-shot.
That might be fun.
I haven't been clapping consistently. It's going to be hard to put together. Kev B. Hey, Greg and Andrew. Wish you had a day filled with warmth and quiet joy. I wouldn't say that, but it came in the form of Thunderbolts eventually. Yeah. If you could add any Marvel character to the Thunderbolts lineup, who would it be, and how do you think they'd change the team's dynamic, especially if they're not exactly team player material? I would totally add Punisher.
Oh, that would be good.
I think Punisher.
I like that.
Fits in, homeboy. Yeah. Clearly needs connection.
Rules
he's such a loner, and he like had a family, and he's a former military man. He's all about brotherhood and connection and family. And if there's anyone who is like Mr. Trauma, who pushes his traumas down and doesn't know how to deal with it and completely isolates himself, it's Punisher. Punisher would be a perfect addition to Thunderbolts.
I love that pick, and I actually am with you on that, but I want to change it up a bit. Sure. And I know he's already an Avenger. I'm going to go with Thor. If one man has dealt with a lot of trauma, come on. He had to take out his own sister, although I know he wasn't the one who did the finishing blow, but still. Took out his own sister. He had to fight his brother several times before finally, you know, fixing that relationship. He lost his mom. He lost his dad. He lost his planet.
Yeah.
I mean, that man's been through the ringer. So, and then again, I know there's already a comedic beat and touch with the group but can you imagine the absolute comedy we would get with Thor with the interactions with this group? So I'm going to go with Thor.
Yeah. Good one. Clap, please. Clayton Crook, do you guys think the end of the movie was potentially rushed? I personally loved the movie, but I've heard the criticism of wishing to see the other members' trauma, finding the way to reach Bob and Yelena. Thoughts? I mean, we did the thing. We did touch on this earlier, and I do believe a lot of that was cut out of the movie.
Yeah. I mean, once the whole team, like, oh, they're just here.
Yeah.
I think you could have spent maybe a few minutes just showing really quickly little snippets even, because I think I praised that moment like we talked about with Valentina, just humanizing her in that moment. I think it would have been definitely a little bit of a cathartic experience for even us, the audience, as well as the characters, if we would have even just got 30 seconds even with each character really quickly leading up to them all, getting there. I get it. They wanted to have a nice surprise reveal that all of them came in there because we possibly thought it was one of them, like Ghost
feel like
or something.
it's more of a runtime problem.
Okay.
Like the movie's already over 2 hours.
Yeah, it was like 2:13. By the way, I never truly
it
felt the
short.
runtime.
Felt short.
I thought I thought it was really well paced.
Yeah.
To be honest, so I would have been okay with adding another 4 or 5 minutes if it gives your characters a little more development in regards to that and that cathartic experience, as we just pointed out. So
yeah. Peer Reject, who is your favorite Thunderbolts character?
Ooh, it's between Bob said Thunderbolt, so again, because I've resonated the most with him, I'd have to go Bob. But Yelena, it's between Lewis Pullman and Florence Pugh in regards to best performance. They stood out the most amongst the incredible performances we did get. But I'd go with Sentry. I think what I liked about Sentry, Greg, is how we were mixing the vulnerability with his power and the instability. And I think like it just really separates him from all the other superheroes, and how they were just so carefully able to craft this his trauma and his mental illness. And again, everything we got with that, I just think it really sets him apart from most superheroes that we see on screen, on top of the other things that I was able to just relate to with him. So I would say that's why he would be my favorite Thunderbolt.
Oh,
on top of the power level too.
I mean, before this movie, if you were just going to go off that, I would have probably said Bucky before this movie, especially because my favorite portrayal of Bucky is actually in Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think he's brilliant in that show, and severely overlooked for how great he is in that show. And I don't feel like this performance here is the defining Bucky performance, and nor does it. It's definitely like Bucky has a role to play here. But there's not much like character development for Bucky here outside of, they had like a little couple beats of, hey, I know where you guys have been, so I can like help guide or teach. And I thought they would like kind of lean more into that in some capacity.
Like the anchor.
I thought maybe I thought there might be a little something there, but this movie actually avoids some predictability and cliches. It for sure, it's like as a character, Yelena. I mean, Florence Pugh is just an incredible actress. Definitely connected with her. But yeah, to your point with Sentry, that's an amazing part, because Marvel often said like they have a villain problem, and Sentry is not even like a villain in this. It's more of like he creates an antagonistic situation, but he's not even an antagonist.
Yeah.
And it's like the villain is within is what it really is. And it's not really like there's an external problem, but it's not really an external villain outside of Valentina.
Yeah.
So I think like how they did that with, of course, like what you just said. I kind of said it better of how it's the power set is reflective of what's going on within, and you see that how destructive that can be when you don't resolve it, and not just it could be self-destructive, but it could also harm others as well. Let me go here. Last question, please.
Jay Rushton. Thank you, Jay, for being a royal reject and for the question. We appreciate it. Like, do you know the Man-Thing was to be in the movie but could not be in this because was in Werewolf by Night? So what other character not used should have been in Thunderbolts like here? I actually have not seen Werewolf by Night.
Oh, it's great.
I know. I need to watch it.
It's great.
I know. Maybe I'll react to it one day on here. I don't know. We'll see. But I will check it out one day.
I mean, we said Punisher and stuff earlier, but
yeah.
Who would be another character?
I said Thor, right?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think. Loki would be such a fun addition to this team, don't you? Come on.
Of course, Loki would be a fun.
He would be great with this team.
I mean,
that guy's gone through some trauma too, man. I mean, hasn't everyone gone through trauma in the MCU?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
If Killmonger was still alive, I would say Killmonger.
Ooh,
yeah.
shit, that'd be another good one.
If Killmonger was alive, he would have been a great addition.
This were a what if.
Because the idea of Thunderbolts is you take villains.
Yeah.
People who are like perceived as villains.
Loki.
That's why I think Loki does work.
Yeah.
Caecilius.
From Doctor Strange?
Actually, I think Wanda would be a great addition.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Wanda would actually be a really nice addition, huh?
Oh, my God. The shit in her mind and the trauma she
They-
had to
they
do.
would
And the
be-
loss
they
of
would
her
be
brother.
such an overpowered team.
Yeah, with her and Sentry, forget it. You
Yeah.
don't even need the rest of the team. They just sit back chilling while they're doing the work.
That'd be crazy.
100%. But yeah, Wanda, Loki, Killmonger, definitely some interesting choices for sure. Make a what if of that.
I mean, that's it for our questions. Thank you guys for submitting these questions.
Thank
It's a very
you.
long discussion.
Thank you. I actually looked some stuff up too.
Okay.
Unless, do we have final thoughts, by the way?
Final thoughts. Really enjoyed the music a lot. It was very moving and melancholic. Cinematography was different. MCU is often accused of having like the same look, and this looked different. There's actual flair in the cinematography and the composition and framing of so much of this movie.
Yeah. I also pointed this out earlier. I love how, especially in that third act, they really desaturated some of the images there,
Yeah.
and really felt like you because they did that, you kind of felt the emotional themes and weight of the visuals.
And
there.
there's like a great simpatico with the CGI and the practical effects.
100%.
Like how often do we hear people be like, "Look, I'm CGI Marvel," and I'm like, the CGI here is incredible. But, like, there's only one moment in the world Yelena's face looks weird when
One
she's
time.
going through it,
Yeah.
but I'm like, but it's also in the mind, so I don't really give a shit. But most of the time, it looked amazing.
And I got to say this too. I know we kind of mentioned it a couple of times in regards to references to Terminator 2. The two movies I always use as staples for blending CGI and practical, is Terminator 2 Judgment Day and Jurassic Park. And Jake Schreier is clearly a big fan of Terminator 2. And I think he really understood the assignment when it came to blending those two together, because other than that one shot you just mentioned, there are hardly any times. And one of my favorite shots of the movie, and I think yours as well, was that tracking shot that we stayed on where they were all coming at Sentry.
Yeah.
And like, again, I really did not notice much CGI in that shot. It just felt like the blend, and it just took me back to T2 and Jurassic Park, but he was doing his own thing there. I really appreciate it, but while being stylistic at the same point.
There's some great like one-ers in here. Like the one-ers are often like
And the
or
overhead,
long
remember that
shot, yeah.
overhead shot in the going into the shadows with Yelena? That was awesome,
That's what I
man.
mean. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Is like this guy loves human emotion and he loves action. Yeah.
This got me super.
I think you could 1,000% pull up an X-Men movie. 1,000%.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I
I'm
have
sorry
no
I didn't
doubts.
hear you the first 5 times, but it got me really
I have
pumped
no
that
doubts.
he's doing it.
It's
really,
late at night, Andrew. So
really quick, what did
I
it
got
get?
a lot to work to
I'm
do.
sorry. Just one question. What did it get on Rotten Tomatoes? Critics
Oh
first.
God, I thought it was pretty high, wasn't it? Wasn't it like 90?
88.
That's pretty close.
Audience. Last thing.
Oh, I would say like 90. 90?
93. You were back.
Yeah. I was gonna say 95.
Yeah. Good job, man. Good job.
I mean, I remember Rotten Tomatoes is high, but I didn't remember. I actually never knew the audience score for that.
No, you were you were about to say 94.
I'd be shocked if this like got a shitty. I'd be like, "What? This is one of Marvel's best."
Yeah,
I think this is definitely one of Marvel's best.
Well, usually critics they usually reward really good emotional and character driven stuff, and this film excels it.
It represents a maturity that I think MCU needs. They need, like, the shows are willing to go darker now, for the most part, and it depends on what show you're watching, and it's really go darker. And I think for the cinema, like the maturity level of it is a good call. But yeah, man, I loved it. I would love to go into facts sometime, but it is so late for us right now.
We're at 51 minutes now, guys.
It's a very long talk, and I got like extra work to do. So thank you so much for being here. Thanks, Andrew. I appreciate you skipping out on the theater experience with me to cover. We're trying to do both around here. Have people go watch it in the movie so we can promote, of course, the theater experience, but then we also really do believe in like what we do here for the movie reaction side and getting to show the experience to you guys. And, and also promote the VOD side. Come on, man. VOD. Buy this movie. We own it. You can own it too. Buy this movie. Studios will appreciate that, maybe. Huh? You think Disney will finally cut us that check we've been needing for like 10 years?
I've been waiting for that damn
I
check
want that
forever.
goddamn
I gotta
Disney check.
Send them
It's
the
gonna
right.
be
I got to send them the right
humongo.
address.
I want my crazy perks that I apparently get, which is an early screening. I sell out so I can get an early screening. Yeah. Anyway. All right. We'll see you guys. Thanks for being here. It's those negative comments, that negative self-talk.
Don't do it.
We'll see you
Don't do
guys.
it,
Thank you
Craig.
for being here.